Well, you may find this hard to believe, but Calgary markets have thousands upon thousands of items you may not have even tried or maybe even known they were there. Well, that's where Chef Jen comes in, introducing us to those uncommon foods and making them common. Good morning.
Good morning.
We love food this time of year. I mean, I love food. This is
Who
the time.
doesn't?
This is the time to eat,
And you know,
Chef
you
Jen.
need to eat more because you need to stay warmer.
Oh, I
cold
like
outside.
it.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's true. We've got to build those layers.
It's a proven fact. And if you can fuel your body with foods that you do know,
It's true.
it's okay. But to fuel your body with foods that you don't know might be just like, oh.
Yeah, trying new things, especially now it's holiday entertaining season. So you're going to try to do a couple extra things that you may not have done last year. So you really need a couple of good go-to items that'll be special and kind of be that crowd pleaser and that wowzer when you have your company over.
Before we jump into this,
Yes.
Miss Kate's feeling a little under the weather. What would you suggest to her as a chef? I know you're not a
Did
doctor.
my oil
You know,
of oregano. I did all
know.
that.
Well, we brought in lemongrass not too long ago, and
lemongrass.
lemongrass actually makes an incredible tea, and it's also a very, very high source of iron. So go get some lemongrass, beat it up,
Gosh,
boil
get
it in
some
some water,
lemongrass.
add a little sugar to taste if you so
Yeah, it
choose.
doesn't sound too tasty
It's delicious.
with the sugar.
Oh yeah.
Okay, speaking of delicious, and you have been tempting us because the smell,
Right.
again, if you could smell it at home, it's just smoky.
My nose is
meaty.
plugged.
Okay,
Don't
trust
ask
me.
me.
It's perfumed the air here at Shaw.
Yes. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's start with this
Yeah.
because I want to start eating this, and then we'll get to that.
So,
Smoked
duck breast.
duck breast.
Right.
Smoked duck breast.
Now this is a little bit of a hard to find in the city. I did find it at Bite. I found it at downtown
Bite.
Co-op. So a couple of these specialty places, Cook Company would likely have it.
Yeah, we have
You can buy it in one breast form, and the idea is
One breast form.
One breast
Okay.
form.
It's already cooked, like,
It's
like a
already-
deli meat.
This is fully cooked. Yeah, this is cooked. It's cured and it's smoked. Amazing.
just
hey?
killer.
Okay,
So
I'll dig
go
in.
ahead, try it. Now what I've done is I put it on a black pepper cracker, a little bit of chev. I have a cherry compote that I whipped up at home. Topped it with some
my.
thinly sliced duck. A little bit of microgreens. So this is a good go-to. You can whip this up in no time. It's a real pleaser. They make great canapes. Use it on, any sort of little brioche, any kind of cracker, savory cookie,
An
whatever.
appetizer, not a main meal.
You know
Because
what?
that's a small little duck.
So this is a nice appetizer. This is a good way to stretch out. A duck breast will probably run anywhere from $6 to $7. So you can probably get about
really?
a good 25 to 30 portions in appetizer form out of this. Alternatively, you could also use this on salads. You could heat it up and throw it into just about anything. You could treat this like a bacon. In the morning you could give it
my
a quick
gosh, yeah.
fry, throw it into your eggs. It's super versatile.
Were you able to taste it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Sort of.
Trust
Yeah.
me.
I'm halfway there.
It's
it is
delicious.
so
I was
delicious.
eating some back there. It's true.
Okay, but you
Yeah.
still said about $6 for that.
It's about $6, yep.
Was it already pre-cooked and you just warmed it up?
So it's pre-cooked,
Okay.
and then you don't have to warm it up. You can warm it up. If you were to warm it up, you'd put it the skin side down. You can kind of see this fat layer in here. And remember, we brought in that duck fat that time? This is what makes things really, really special. But you would put this in a dry pan, skin side down, and you could either put it on a high heat and get a crisp on it, or you could put it on a low heat and let it come up slowly. But you know what I like about this is that it's cured. Yeah, cured or brine. So if you haven't been familiar with a brine, a lot of people are brining their turkeys right now. So a brine is a salty, sugary, sort of flavored liquid that you would put most likely leaner cuts of meat into. And what it'll do is it'll absorb about 10% of its water weight. And that allows some of those people who maybe forget about the bird in the oven or aren't too sure about cooking. This will add a little bit of moisture and kind of be a safety backup. But
At specialty
neat
stores
process.
to find these?
Yeah, you have to, sometimes you might have to ask for it. Like I said, the Co-op downtown, which they carry a lot of neat local things and have a lot of handcrafted things there. That was a good place to find this. So, but yeah, you will have to do a little searching, but good go-to, lasts a long time in the fridge.
Oh, I'm there.
Yeah, and it's
It seems
a
like
quick.
something you just put in the fridge, and then if you have unexpected company over the holidays,
yeah.
you just
You could put
It's
it in the
impressive.
freezer. It comes in a nice little package. It's airtight, and save it for whenever you need to pull it out.
Okay, we have about 90 seconds. You've also brought some greens.
I brought microgreens, so they're an excellent splash of color, huge hit of flavor. I have black mustard greens and I have broccoli greens. They come in,
Mustard greens.
yeah, they come in just about anything you can grow. And the idea is that you plant your seeds, say mustard seeds, for example. They kind of get into their infancy, that 1 to 2 inch height. They're super pungent, super vibrant, very flavorful. They're good to top things with. You can throw them in your sandwiches.
So you just cut
can
off
use them
the
as
tops
squares.
there?
Yeah, and you literally take some scissors, and that's what I've done here today, just scissors and kind of sprinkled some over, and they just kind of bring everything together, right?
Would you eat it alone?
Sure.
Or is it always a garnish?
You could eat it alone. Yeah, absolutely. You know sprouts? Remember growing sprouts?
Give me a little
Go
piece of
ahead,
that,
have
yeah.
a little pinch off,
Okay,
whatever.
this is mustard, right?
This is mustard, so
Wait,
that's going to have a
eat the
warm
stems too?
hit. Yep.
Warm?
It's going to have a nice little warmth to it. What do you think?
I feel so warm.
Delicious.
I know what you mean by the warm.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
So it adds a little peppery goodness to
Yeah.
a dish like this, or yeah. So these are a little harder to find. Again, I did find them at Co-op, and I did find them at Bite. You can also find them at Community.
Where's
a couple
Bite?
Other stores.
You mentioned it a few times.
Bite's in Inglewood. Beautiful little grocery store. There's an incredible little deli into it. You walk into it, and you just want to look around and try everything. So
Wow.
they have a good selection of some everyday stuff, but they also have some other stuff that you just might not find everywhere.
Love it. Uncommon Common Foods with Chef Jen. By the way, if you have a question for this young lady, here's her website. I don't know if you can pull it up real quickly, guys, but here's a Twitter account, rather, and you'll see it's at Chef Jen. And because, kimchi and eggs equals tasty. Yeah,
It's
it absolutely
true.
does. Here you are. There you are with some knives. 54 followers. Let's work on that. Oh, and there's, of course, what you brought in today.
It is.
Thank you very much. You are
Thank
so
you.
delicious.
Thank you.
And so is your food. I'm just kidding. I'm just having fun with Chef Jen. A lot of other things are happening in and around our city, including Sleeping Beauty. Oh, this is so sweet. It's at the Rotary Performing Arts Center in Okotoks. It's from December 13th right through the 21st. And if you'd like some tickets, go to, what a cool little website as well, too. It's Good Gerpink Productions. GoodGerpinkProductions.com. This is trending on Shaw.